Hi Brian, how are you today?
Doing well. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. So tell me what's been happening lately.
As you know, I have a couple children, and I'm running into this issue where before bedtime they get into this conflict over the bathroom, and it's
Mhm.
really getting to the point where not only is it pushing me to my limits, but I'm not sure what to do about it anymore because no matter what I've tried,
Mhm.
it doesn't seem to be working. And
Okay.
really, where I'm at right now is I have to get in between them when they're arguing,
Mhm.
and just kind of separate them and let it cool down. And ultimately, it happens again, and there's really no remedy to the whole situation. So it's really bothering me, and I really
Right.
need some help with that.
So it sounds like you're just a little frustrated because they're old enough to talk it out and kind of figure out what to do on their own, and now maybe it's like pushing back bedtime or
It
causing
is.
problems between them because they're siblings and
For sure. And I understand they're going to argue about stuff,
right.
but it seems to be the same issue every single night. And
Interesting.
it definitely is frustrating at this point from a parent's point of view because, um, generally speaking, I've been able to figure out how to remedy a situation like that, make it
Mhm.
better for somehow, but this just isn't working.
Okay, so what have you so I guess the main problem here is them just arguing over the bathroom,
Correct.
and you're not able to figure out a solution in order for them to stop arguing.
That's
Or
correct.
even if they do argue, it's not consistently or every single night.
It's almost every single night,
Okay.
yes.
So what have you done personally, or what have you done with them to kind of solve the problem?
I tried setting up a schedule. I tried to send someone, into the bathroom 5 minutes earlier than
Okay.
normal.
Mhm.
I've resulted in, resorted to punishment even because the
Okay.
argument has gotten so bad, and none of those are working.
Right. So what if we kind of made a goal to set in order for you to help them change the behavior that is reoccurring during bedtime, mainly on them arguing about the bathroom. So you said you've made a schedule and that hasn't helped, right?
Correct.
Okay. So maybe we talk about having a schedule. We can still use the one that you have already used or make a different one, but maybe what we can do for the kids is either do a positive or negative reinforcement. And that is where positive reinforcement is if they don't argue over the bathroom and they follow the schedule, then they get an award or they get a verbal a verbal award or they get dessert or something that is small enough for you to continue to do, but they will start understanding that if they don't follow the schedule and if they don't stop fighting, then they won't get that positive award.
Okay.
And then negative is where you take something away. So I don't know if you give them TV time after they're done with the bathroom, maybe take that away. If they argue, then you take the TV away. And with that, they'll start realizing that, oh, if I argue and I get upset over the bathroom, then I'm either going to get this award or I'm going to get this award taken away. So that's one thing that we could use. You could set that boundary. How does that sound? Or what do you think?
I mean,
What do you think would be best for your children?
at this point, it sounds like a logical,
Hmm. Right,
path to take.
right.
It's something that to try.
Do you think they will do their behavioral will change over time with the positive reinforcement? Because they're still pretty young, so they're not like in their teenage years where they want to say what they want to say. In this case, you still have complete authority over what is taking place.
Yeah, so my daughter is only 10 and my
Right.
son's younger.
Mhm.
He's 8. So more than likely, that might
Mhm.
work. But yeah,
So do you think if we set this schedule, how do you think the schedule will look? Do you want to do it how you already had it, or do you want to add something more into it? Maybe it could even be a positive reinforcement. Could even be you have a schedule and you put Monday through Friday. Each of them have a time they can use the bathroom for bedtime, and they can brush their teeth or whatever, and after they do that without fighting, you put a sticker on there. And at the end of the week, if they have all the stickers, then they get to go out for ice cream. Or they get ice cream at home on Friday. So that's another way you can do it, instead of giving them something every single night, which can be like excessive, especially if your schedule is hectic. That could be something that we use as a schedule, because if they're already aware of a schedule that you've already tried to put in, maybe using this positive reinforcement, giving them something in order to change their behavior will help for not only them, but for you, and had the problem with getting them to go to bed.
Well, I mean, I like that idea, actually.
Okay.
I like the positive reinforcement, and actually like a cumulative type of thing where by the end of the week, they earn some sort of reward.
Okay,
Sounds good.
perfect. So we can set up a schedule for you. We can decide what we'll do is, we still have a couple sessions, so you can go home, kind of not give them the idea, but let them know that this is gonna be in place pretty soon. And then your next session, whenever you come back, we'll have the schedule finalized, and then you can take it home and you can try it at home. And if it's not working, then we can come back and figure out what other behavioral changes we can make for them.
Okay.
Good?
Sounds good.